Red Cat Audio.
Hi, and welcome to Take What You Need, the podcast. Today we are highlighting a near and dear friend to me, Ariana Melendez. She is an artist, a sister. She is a Reiki master and a healer in training. We get really deep in this conversation, and there's a lot of sweetness and groundedness that comes from this sweet place of sisterhood that I am so excited for you guys to get to dive into. I recommend taking a beat with this conversation because I definitely had to. So I hope that you can get into this episode and this conversation and give yourself a little bit of room to be open and to receive because you deserve it. So with that, I invite you to get into a nice, comfortable seated position. You can soften your gaze or close your eyes. There is no right or wrong way to show up in this moment. Take a deep breath in the nose and let it out with a sigh through the mouth. And I invite you to come as you are and take what you need. Ariana Melendez. We are so lucky to be blessed with her wisdom beyond her years. She is a Reiki master and a healer in training. So thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me. I'm super excited.
This is so cool to get to dive a little deeper into your history, into what's kind of led you to this place. We met at our Reiki master training. We pulled up next to each other in the car. And we both were like, oh, that's someone I should know right away. Like,
very divinely guided.
Hello, sister, from the jump. And I was so like honored. But then the first 5 minutes, I was like crying, talking to you. Like,
and same here. Yeah. I've never really met anybody so open and excited. And it was, I definitely needed that welcoming energy when walking into that space because I was really nervous. I didn't really know who or what the vibe was going to be that day.
That's fair, totally. I knew doing anything, embarking on anything new, you're like, am I going to have peeps? Am I
definitely
not?
Yeah.
Am I going to go alone?
Especially in spiritual spaces, you really don't know who's going to be there.
That's true.
What type of spirituality is going to be there.
True.
So to have met you and to have that comfort immediately, I was so excited to get that weekend started.
That is so rad. What led you to that point? What led you to your master level? I'm sure there are plenty of steps, but kind of give us an overview.
Sure. So when I was 16, I was going through a lot mentally and spiritually. I didn't really know what was happening with me.
Yeah.
And I luckily met one of my mentors. Her name's Marisa in the South Bay, and she introduced me to her colleague, Scarlett, who is a Reiki master. And so I was receiving Reiki, and it helped me just release and feel a lot more at peace and less stressed in my body just because I was dealing with a lot of spiritual attacks and I wasn't in the best living situation. And that's when I truly saw the power of Reiki because it's the only thing that truly kept me grounded within those years that I was living in that house. Then when I left that home, I really wanted to continue my journey with it because I felt that I was in a clearer space and I was now in a position to offer it.
Yeah, have some more freedom.
Exactly.
When you were saying spiritual attacks, like what were some examples, I guess, of that for someone who's like, a spiritual attack, what is that?
Sure. So a spiritual attack can be anything from being psychologically messed with by an entity. And those things can come from either just they were already there in the home. If there was abuse going in the home, energy sometimes forms into entities and attacks people who are intuitive or who are of light.
And open.
Yeah. And is when you're unaware of it, you get a lot of it, right? So that's why Reiki also played a big role for me because it was a tool to combat those things.
Yeah, and protection.
Exactly.
That makes so much sense. And then 16, that's so young, I feel like, to embark on that kind of like, to even, I don't know, have the wherewithal to be like, oh, this is what I want to try. Like someone guided me to this and you're like, yeah, I'm going to try that.
Well, I think it was always within my path. It was my purpose because even from my adolescence, my intuitive gifts were very active from day one, from as far as I can remember.
Yeah.
And so when I came across my mentor, everything just made sense.
Yeah.
And it was the only thing that made sense. And that's why I continued on the path.
That's so amazing, because it's like you were able to recognize answering the call.
Definitely.
Or like feeling that click and that knowing of like, oh, I should be doing this. Like, this feels good and I'm going to keep doing it. I don't think a lot of people have that kind of, I don't know, like guts.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
to keep navigating that, because there's a lot of unknown when it comes to this kind of work.
There's a lot of unknown. There's a lot of judgment, especially within my family. I grew up in a Catholic household.
Okay.
So my day-to-day family was pretty understanding, and they were like, whatever, we don't care. But my outside family were just like, oh, that's like witchcraft, or that's brujeria, or, you know?
Yeah.
So, and also too with friends and people at school, they would think it's strange. And so I walked a lot of my teen years feeling just judged and misunderstood.
Yeah, othered.
And yeah, exactly. But I kept with it because it was the only thing that made me feel normal.
Yeah.
You know?
That's so real. I often find in a lot of other spiritual journeys, or just people that we've talked to, or people that I've come across, and I'm sure same with you, there is that feeling of like, the otherness, or being like disowned or judged or pushed away, and like that often can deter somebody from being like, you know what, I just want to fit in, I just want to be loved, I just want people to accept me. And that could be a huge like hindrance for people who really are meant to be on the spiritual path, but are too afraid to like, you know, kind of veer off the beaten path and try to do something else.
And you know, I've tried that.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't work. And people who are extremely spiritual and try to fit in and try to hide from it, it only makes it worse.
Totally.
I think the faster you embrace what's happening, the easier that life gets.
I'm just laughing because it's like you get pushed up against a wall and you're like, nope, still not gonna do it. Don't care. Nope, I'm fine. This is normal. This is good. And they're like just gonna make it more and more uncomfortable, and it just gets tighter and tighter.
And there will be moments throughout your life that will continue to happen.
Right.
It's not just like a one-time thing. Like, I embrace it. I think the embrace is a lifelong thing.
I love that. It's true. It's constantly choosing and saying yes to this path. It's constantly saying yes to this life. It's a living, breathing, working relationship, like anything that's worth giving and doing and being a part of. And absolutely, it is constantly recommitting and saying yes to. And that also kind of leads me into this next idea of like, so you found Reiki at 16, you said yes to that. And then, so from 16 to, I don't know, let's say 20, what happened then?
Oh my gosh, it was, oh gosh. I went through a lot, actually. I struggled very bad, especially during the pandemic, with my mental health. And I think a lot of people can relate to that, even those who aren't spiritual. You know, everybody was struggling. And I actually stepped away from my gifts and Reiki because I just was done with feeling like I was being attacked in all areas, not only from like where I was living, but from my gifts. It just, nothing felt safe, and I was in survival mode. So that's why I stepped back. I think what led me back to my spiritual path was when I reached a point where I felt like nobody was listening to me. I felt like I was screaming. I felt alone, and I just wanted out. I couldn't handle my gifts. I couldn't handle this responsibility, because it is a huge responsibility, especially at that age. I was lonely. I didn't have a lot of friends at the time. And I felt like I had nowhere to go. So I tried taking my own life. And the way that I was gonna do it was it was gonna happen. Like, there was no way, if the way that it was gonna happen, it was gonna be done. And something saved me that day. I heard a voice come from the window, yell at me to stop. And I remember snapping back into my body and looking at what was in my hands, and like, I just remember saying to myself, this is not who I am. I don't give up, and something needs to change. And so that's when I really started taking big steps. I took myself to Homeboy Industries because I was dealing with substance abuse issues. Just to numb myself, because I just didn't want to deal with anything anymore. I got clean. And I actually started giving Reiki to a lot of the people there. And that's when it started kicking up again, and realizing like, okay, this path will not let me run away.
Yeah.
I just have to stay on it. And so I did. And it led me to crazy spaces.
Mm-hmm.
That's completely changed my life.
Yeah.
It made me realize that there is a purpose and that there's a reason why I'm here.
Yes.
You know, that something stopped me that day.
Yeah.
And that has to mean something.
Yeah, absolutely. That divine intervention, or even feeling like you matter, even if you can't see what is like rooting for you on the other side or wherever in the ether, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like things unseen are still rooting for you, and having that support and knowing that someone loves you enough to show you, hey, you deserve to be here too. Like, what are we doing? Hold on, let's scratch the record.
Yeah.
Take a beat. Thank you for sharing that with us. Absolutely. And being brave enough to, you know, continue to show up and take these big strides, because that just shows and speaks to your spirit and your gumption and your wisdom.
Thank you.
Because not many can say that they're like, oh, I had this experience and then and then I turned around and I took big steps, you know, like people are like, holy shit, like, no.
Yeah.
So,
it was a lot and it was hard.
Yes,
It felt
not
like
to gloss over at all.
It was a test, but the reason I like to talk about it is because I feel that within the spiritual community, not a lot of people talk about what goes on behind the scenes. Yeah. It's always like, I'm successful now and I have my own practice and I'm so spiritual and I'm so connected and everything's light and everything's love. But for me, I don't really resonate with that because I didn't sprout that way.
No.
I came from darkness. Like, I walked through hell.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about it because I remember when I was younger and I had the awareness that I was gifted in a sense or intuitive.
Yeah.
Nobody talked about it. I'm like, okay, is no one else going through this?
Right.
But I know other people go through it for a fact. And that's why I want to be an advocate for those people, because I think about, okay, if I was listening to this when I was 16, I would be like, yes, thank you.
Yeah. To have somebody just see you, know you, feel you, in a sense that's like, okay, I can't be the only one that's experienced this. And I think that's something that kind of speaks to the human experience, is that we all feel so isolated in our experiences when there's so many of us in the world that, like, there's just no way that can be. Like, I can't just be the only one that's experienced heartache or spiritual attack or wanting to, you know, end my life. Like, I cannot be the only one. And so bringing awareness, shining light to these things, showing that there is another side to these things and there is another way to make something out of that pain, I think is really necessary.
Definitely.
Because it is not love and light. It does not always feel great. It's not, I mean, I think there is also like this idea of like spirituality means ease. Or like that, like, I don't know, that bridge between like spirituality means the best life ever, nothing bad ever happens to you ever again.
Right.
And that's never promised to us, but I definitely think that's an idea that gets sold, especially in spirituality.
Yeah. And a lot of creators or people who have like people who have a big following perpetuate that. And it's somewhat frustrating.
Right. To see that, because you're like, it's not all that. It can be.
It can be.
And there is some of that, for sure. Absolutely. There's, you know, there's some truth to it, but there's also like a bigger picture, I think, that a lot of maybe people who are navigating the spiritual realm or spiritual world, spiritual gifts, aren't seeing that bigger picture. They're just seeing like, oh, like, if I just take this course, then I meet the love of my life.
Right. And it's not like
that's not always the case. That's, I mean, maybe, but that's an exception. That's not the rule.
Right.
And it's often not as easy as I think, like 1, 2, 3, pay this amount, win $1 million.
Right.
Not often. I mean, I'm a believer, but
but it hasn't happened to me.
Right. I'm a believer, but I'm not crazy.
Right, exactly.
No, but
I'm
even
not
then, yeah, maybe I am a little delusional, but but no, I just think, I think there's a lot of, maybe not lies, but a lot of like fabrications or just a lot of like spinning of things that maybe aren't rooted in truth.
Right.
And there needs to be some like groundedness and maybe even checking in with like internal navigation to be like, does this make sense to me? Like, yeah, it sounds good, but like, does it actually resonate with me? Does this make sense to me?
And I think that's important when seeking spiritual help.
Yes. Huge. Okay, so we've started working with Homeboy Industries, and we're giving Reiki to, who are we giving Reiki to?
So we're giving Reiki to formerly incarcerated youth and adults and at-risk youth. So trying to keep them out of gangs. It was very actually started there as a student.
Okay.
Right? So I went in because I was struggling with my my mental health and my spiritual health.
Yeah.
And I just did so well there because I'm an artist, I'm a painter, and it's the art academy, it was the Homeboy Art Academy that I had gone through. And I just really found myself there. And it's based in Indigenous practice, and that's what I really resonate with. And I was able to blossom into just a different version of myself, a sense of belonging.
Yeah.
I think the people there are seen as rejects of society, and I felt like a reject of society.
Yeah.
And it was nice to be around other people who just didn't quote unquote fit in.
Yeah.
Because I was the same way.
Yeah.
You know? And there was no judgment. There was just only understanding and compassion and tough love.
Yeah.
You know? And so I really appreciated that, and that's exactly what I needed.
Yeah.
And then I remember I met this one person, her name is Charisma, and we're still homies.
Love that.
And we were talking about spirituality, and I opened up to her about Reiki, and she's heard of it.
Yeah.
And she was like, hey, can you like do it on me? I really want to try it out. And so I did. It was a big hit. Then everybody was asking me for it. And then I just brought my Reiki table, and I just started offering it to everybody there.
Yeah, that's so amazing. It's so cool when people get like a whiff of it, because I find like as a Reiki practitioner, sometimes it's hard to like explain like with these very like woo-woo aspects of what, you know, what Reiki is, and being like, so you're tapping into the ether, you're tapping into the universal life energy of God, and then you're channeling it through your hands, you know what I mean? It's like, like for us in this room, that makes sense.
Exactly.
But like to the layman, they're like, bitch.
What? And especially to gangsters.
Sure.
And I mean that with all respect, you know? It was, I just basically would tell them, I'm like, you want to feel better? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, get on the table.
I love that. You're like, just trust me.
And it's all about trust with them too. You know, it's about building that trust. And I took that to the heart when they trusted me, because
it's hard.
It's hard to trust people on the streets.
Absolutely. I can't imagine that walk of life and being like, please put your hands on me. No way.
No.
You're like, no way. This is so foreign. This scares me.
Right.
I'm afraid. I don't want this. But that's so cool to be able to like even bring that, what feels maybe like so opposite or so distanced from each other, and like marry the two is like so cool, because healing is for everyone. Everyone deserves to heal and feel good in their bodies and feel welcomed and loved and like nurtured in that energy, and that's a calling, that's a purpose.
Definitely. And I wanted it to be accessible, especially for those in that community, because you go to, you know, they can't afford like $200 Reiki sessions, you know, and I'm all for charging what you think is based off of your work. Like, it's a service and there should be an exchange there.
Absolutely.
But I recognize that there was something missing in that community, and if I could offer it, why not? Yeah. It's absolutely. Not, it's helping me understand my intuitive gifts, and it's also helping them.
Yes. Oh, that's so beautiful. That was the story you had told me, even just like a brief little snippet of like, oh, I do Reiki for Homeboy Industries, when we met at our master level. And that's what was like, had me in shambles. I was just like, I love you. Like, so right away, like so incredible. So,
thank you.
Like just so grounded and cool, and like no one better to do that. No one better to bridge those two worlds. Like, you're like, I've been where you are. I'm here right now. We can be here together. Like, no judgment. Just like, get on the table. Yeah. I love you.
Do this.
Yeah, let's do this. I love you. You know?
Yeah, and I do. I love them.
Yes, and I love you. It's so important. Okay, so then tell me how it led you to the master level class.
Sure. So I guess this is where like my ceremony comes into place. Okay. So I felt that there was still a lot of internal work to be done. Okay. For myself. And Reiki was getting a little bit hard for me to facilitate, because there was a lot of me getting in the way of it. Okay. A lot of my own issues getting in the way of it, and I felt like I couldn't hold space for people. And I was going through a rough patch in my family, and that's when I just decided that I think I need to try something a little bit different. I'm an advocate for therapy. I'm all for it. It just wasn't helping me. Yeah. Reiki wasn't helping me anymore. And there wasn't really anybody I could ask for help at that time. Yeah. So that's when I signed myself up for an ayahuasca ceremony. Because it was something that I've always wanted to do. And I was very interested in and had a calling to do it.
Yeah.
And I finally did it. And it just felt like the layers of myself that just needed to be shed were ripped off of me. And it was very intense.
Yeah.
Very hard to look at yourself and see how much you project and how you show up for life. So that was a big slap in the face for me, because I was like, oh, I am not the best person right now.
Yeah.
And I think that's okay to say, especially when you want to be a healer, you want to do healing work, is that you're going to have phases in your life where you're not 100% you know?
Oh, yeah.
And I had a very traumatic childhood.
Yeah.
A lot of bad things happened to me. And those things came up, and I didn't realize how much it was weighing me down.
Yeah.
Not only mentally, but also physically. I was dealing with chronic IBS.
Yeah.
Couldn't leave my house.
Yeah.
Couldn't eat a full meal.
Yeah.
And ayahuasca just cleared my body. I no longer deal with chronic IBS. I still struggle mentally. You know, I'm not going to be like, it cured me. Because it's a process, you know. It's the medicine stays with you for the rest of your life, and you're constantly being, you're still working through things, even outside of ceremony.
You're being pruned.
Exactly. So that's when I was like, okay, I feel a lot more clear.
Yeah.
And I feel like I have an understanding of why I was the way I was growing up. And I met back with my mentor just to talk about it, because I don't think I was ready to talk about that in therapy just yet.
Sure.
And that's when she's like, so what's going on with your Reiki? Because I just needed one more level to be a master. And I was like, I don't really know.
Yeah.
I don't really know how I feel about it right now. She's like, just go, I'll pay for it.
Yeah.
And that's when I knew that spirit was like, come on now.
Yeah.
We were making it free for you.
Yeah.
And I went and
ta-da.
Reiki master.
Reiki master in the building.
Yeah.
I love this so much because you take on so many big things with like so little fear. Like, it's like maybe you are very afraid, but like I wouldn't know that sitting here with you today. Like, you're like, and I'm gonna try ayahuasca. Like, to me, like, that probably wouldn't be on my radar for like the next thing, but it's something that called to you.
Definitely.
Can you explain a little bit more about like maybe origin, or just kind of, I'm a layman to this. I know nothing about it really, so please enlighten me.
Sure. So ayahuasca, it comes from the Amazon jungle.
Okay.
There's, as far, because I'm not an expert in it,
Sure.
so I'm not trying to claim that I am or that I know everything about it.
Yeah.
The people that I sat with were trained in Shipibo shamanism.
Okay.
Which is originates from the Amazon jungle in Peru.
Okay.
So it's like of Peruvian culture or origin.
Okay, got it.
I know there's other cultures like in Colombia, and it's called like Yage.
Okay.
But that's all I really know about it in terms of like the origin.
Okay.
I know it's been around for thousands of years.
Wow,
Lots of tribes have used it for healing.
It's a plant?
It's a plant,
Got it.
So
Okay.
it's two plants that are brewed into a tea.
Oh God.
And it's, and it's concentrated into this thick syrup-like.
Okay.
And it tastes like prune juice and wine.
You eat it?
You drink it.
Drink it. Okay.
So it has DMT in it.
Okay.
And that's what produces the visions and the, the hallucination. It's
Got
really
it.
visions to me.
Got
I don't
it.
like saying hallucinations.
Okay.
And it's a very intelligent medicine. It knows more
Ancient.
it knows more about you than you.
Oof, that's so real. Ooh, I just got full body chills. And it's obviously like a guided ceremony. You're not just like sipping the tea and rocking out.
No, you don't want to do that.
Right.
You definitely want to do your research. You want to sit with trained people.
Yes.
People that you trust, because you're kind of like a baby.
Yeah.
Because I remember not knowing how to like really formulate or explain myself, like formulate any sentences.
Okay.
While
on your journey?
While on my journey, because you almost return back to the soul you. Like your physical body's just kind of put aside.
Yeah.
And then it's like the medicine just works on your soul and your physical body as well. But it's a very interesting process.
There's layers to
layers to it. Yeah. That could be a whole other podcast too. But for my first ceremony, actually, it was really intense. I had to be separated because I had a freak out.
Oh no.
Yeah, I did, because I died.
Okay.
And I just remember saying like, oh my God, this is it.
Yeah.
Like, this is it?
Yeah.
Really? I was worried about X, Y, and Z.
Right.
And this is it? I wanted to end my life.
Right.
And then this is it?
Right. And this is all.
And this is all.
Right.
I was like, is this some big joke? And I started freaking out.
Right.
At the time, I really wasn't aware of like that wisdom yet, or
Sure.
I don't think it was just like such a huge message
That's
to
a
me.
revelation.
And I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Oh my, and it just brought out so much shame and guilt for how I treated myself. And yeah, it was just, the caregivers there were amazing. There was this one woman there who just held space for me, and if I could give her all the flowers in the world, I would, because she really helped me out that night.
Yeah.
Because my brain felt like Sprite soda.
Yeah.
That's the best way I can explain
yeah.
it. And I was just getting a reset the whole time. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. And after ceremony, I actually got really sad about how my brain was functioning before.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how much stress took a toll on me.
Right.
And how I thought.
It's like turning on the light.
Yes.
The big light.
It
and
was
really illuminating everything that, like, in the day-to-day, you're not thinking about that, or how your brain, how you operate, how you heal, how you survive, rather.
Right.
You don't think about that. You're just surviving. You're just getting from point A to point B without hopefully not dying in between.
Exactly.
Literally. It's like playing Frogger all the time. And I feel like, I couldn't imagine just like the sheer, I don't know, I keep seeing this like bright white light just like lighting up everything that I've ever thought, ever known, ever been, and being like, no!
Yeah, and it was really a lot to take in, and that's exactly how I would describe it. It's like you're in a closet, and the lights were turned on, you're like, whoa, like, what, you know?
I'm a hoarder?
Yeah.
Yeah. Since when?
Yeah, like, what is this stuff doing here? Like, I thought I got rid of that, you know? No.
Yeah, no. It's there.
It's still there.
It's still there. That's so immense. It's so dense. It's so hefty to, like, even just, like, piece through. Like, just even sitting in conversation about it. Like, it's just, there's so much to take in, and I keep hearing, like, take a lick and keep on ticking kind of thing. And, like, I feel like that's your, like, life motto.
Yeah, literally. Like, how many licks does it take to get to the center
of the juicy pot. Tell me, Lil' Kim. I love that.
How many licks does it take to get to the center of it?
That's the shit. That is the shit. I love that. And I'm so honored that you're sharing this journey with us. Yeah. And enlightening me, because I know nothing about this at all. I'm open, and I'm so down, and I love to hear about it, and I admire you so much because of your courage.
And likewise.
And thank you, and your bravery, and just your wits about you, and your smarts, and like, you just are such like an alchemist in your way, in your life. Like, you take so much of what has been given, and you just turn it into gold, like, always.
Thank you.
And we haven't really known each other that long.
Right.
Maybe 6 months? Maybe a little less?
Maybe. Maybe around that time.
But just hearing your story, getting to know you, getting to be in community with you, I've watched you take what would probably take out someone else. You're like, and what else you got? Like, and we're pivoting. Like, and I'm shifting. And this is something else now. Yeah. So... Thank you. No, thank you.
Thank you. I'm not going to say that it's easy, because it's not.
No, it's not. It's not.
I think the main thing that I always tell myself is making something of my story or my pain. And not just my pain, but my family's pain. Yes. There's just a lot of generational trauma that I am aware of now. Right. And it's just making something of it. Yeah. On behalf of those people.
Yeah. Yeah. You are the one.
We are.
Yeah.
Me and you. Yeah. Everybody. We all are the one. Yeah. If we say yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some people don't.
No, absolutely not. You know? And I envy those people, and I also, it's way cooler over here. Like, it's hard, but it's awesome.
Yeah, for sure. But I think the message that I would want to give people, it's like, just because you are intuitive doesn't mean that you're better than anybody, you know? Totally. And I think anybody can say yes to healing and find a better life.
Because everyone deserves it.
Everybody deserves it. And everybody has the accessibility to it.
Yes.
It's just about knowing where to step.
Yeah.
And that's why it's also important to be in community with other people, because sometimes people don't know where to step. People don't know where to get resources. People aren't aware.
Yeah.
So I think the more that we start to advocate, the more accessible it becomes.
Absolutely. And I'm also like, I really get like lit up when we talk about like people discovering their gifts and really like nourishing their gifts and answering the call. Like nothing in life probably lights me up more than people like stepping into their calling and saying yes and, you know, really working and doing this healing work, because it like lights a candle. And I'm sure I've said this before. I will never stop saying it, honestly. It just lights a candle. Like I light a candle, then you light a candle, then you light a candle, and everybody's lighting their candles and everybody's just lighting up, and it's like this beautiful invisible string that ties us all together. It gets illuminated while we're doing this healing work, and that's
it's a
just
grid.
Magic. It's magic.
It is magic.
And yeah, it is. It should be accessible to everyone. And it's, again, like people like you and me who step into this calling, make it more accessible for other people, brown and black people of color, women, men, everybody.
Anybody, yeah.
Everybody can get it.
Exactly.
Everybody can get it. And I love that. So you said you've done 2 journeys now.
Yes, I have. There were 2 separate journeys.
Okay.
I did one in April of 2023.
Okay.
And then I did one in July of 2023. So it was very somewhat close to one another in terms of like integration.
Time-wise, yeah.
And the second time I went on for myself as well, because there was still much more work to be done, and I realized that.
Yeah.
And also I went on behalf of my sister. I went to go support her because she didn't want to go alone, and I didn't want her to go alone, just because when I went alone, it was a very, very hard. I needed to go alone the first time, not gonna, you know, but I didn't want my sister to go alone, especially because because I had somewhat of a good experience. Yeah. Oh, I did have a good experience, excuse me. Yeah. But I just didn't, if she had a freak out, you know, I'd want to be there to support her, basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, that one was also really powerful. We held hands and we just broke our generational trauma together. We went because we were struggling with our relationship with our mom. It's a very just tough situation. And as a woman, not to have your mom there to help you walk through life is very, very hard. It's very hard. So when my sister and I sat with Mama Ayahuasca, because and a lot of people say it's a mother energy. It was nice to be parented and to be held by a mom.
Yeah, that's really sweet. That got me in the eyes. Yeah, that like mothering energy, or just like feeling mother's love. Yes. The warmth of a mother. That's like something that often follows me in a lot of my life. And talking about it now, I'm like, this is no different. Like that that energy is like unmatched to anything.
Definitely. There's times where you just need your mom.
Yeah, I get that. And
when you don't have that, it's very difficult.
It is.
It affects your femininity. At least it did for me. Yeah. I felt very masculine. Yeah. And I'm a feminine person. I really identify with that. Yeah. So when I was able to work through those issues in ceremony, it was nice to return to my feminine side. And it's okay to be feminine. It's safe to be feminine. It's not a weakness. It's a powerful experience. So
yeah, that's a whole other
can
of worms. I was like I could really go in.
Definitely.
But yeah, that's the giving yourself the safety, granting yourself the ability to find balance between the masculine and the feminine.
Definitely.
And even just maybe permission is all at the very bare minimum. That's what it is. It's just giving yourself that permission and being in a place, like a safe container to do so. Right. That's so immaculate. And so now with plant medicine, I know we kind of talked about it before, before this conversation. Tell me more about what it entails to become a healer, because I know I was trying to figure out like your titles or what it is to introduce you. And so I was like, plant medicine healer, and you're like, no. You have to be initiated. I was like, got it.
It's its own process. It's its own process.
Okay.
And it's really, you get asked by the spirit realm or like the spirits who guard the medicine. And they will initiate you if you have, or you know, if it's a part of your path. As far as like the specifics, I don't really know.
Got it.
From my understanding, from what I witnessed, other people getting initiated, that's truly what I saw.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so I'm not saying that I'm a plant, because I'm not. It's just I'm somebody who sat with it and saw people get initiated.
Got it.
And have a calling to be maybe even to just study the medicine.
Got it. Okay.
Even if it's not like I don't end up getting initiated,
Sure.
you know, because
Okay.
it's really, I went in just wanting to study it and how it could help me.
Understood.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. That makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah.
And then for you, I know that tobacco
Yes.
is your plant of choice.
Yes.
Is
So,
that safe to say?
yeah, I would say it is. It's helped me a lot.
Okay.
After my second ceremony, I died.
Yeah.
Like,
Again.
I went deeper in death, I guess.
Yeah.
And I did not feel grounded after.
Yeah.
I still felt very fearful
Yeah.
and unsure and like, what the heck was that?
I can only imagine.
You know? And I did have support from the team who facilitated, so that was nice. You know, I was talking with them and working through it. And one of the they call them guardians, who I was working with, introduced me to tobacco and taught me how to use it. So I also just want to preface this by saying that I think it's something that should be taught to you.
Got it.
Learn from a skilled practitioner, because it is plant medicine in itself, you know. And I think learning how to respect the plant is number one when starting to use it and welcoming it into your life. I'm also a firm believer that it finds you. You know? So for me, it found me, and tobacco has helped me become more grounded. It's a grounding and cleansing, I guess, I don't want to say herb because it's not really an herb, but just like, it's a very, it's used for grounding and cleansing.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm like,
a tool.
It's like a tool, exactly. And it's used in ceremonies.
Yeah.
It helps just kind of
Got it.
everything off of you, and that's exactly what I needed, because I was still like shedding a lot of like, just kind of felt like honey, sticky stuff off of me after ceremony.
Yeah. Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah.
That's so visceral. It's so physical. It feels so physical. Everything that you've done is like it's so, I think the reason maybe why it sticks is because it is so physical, and you're like, you can remember that sticky feeling, or like, oh, I remember that shedding, or the depth in which I reached more death, if you can, you know.
I guess, it's still a mystery to me,
absolutely,
you know? But yeah, I welcome tobacco into my life, and it's helped me just remain grounded and here on earth.
Okay.
I think as intuitives, we're just susceptible to flying out of our bodies and operating elsewhere, and we're not really functioning here on earth.
Absolutely.
And the moment my life changed was when I came back into my body.
Yeah.
And again, I still have that susceptibility to just jump out.
Oh, yeah.
And tobacco just really helps me come back in
Okay.
with like ease.
I see.
It's not like I get pushed and shoved back into my body like sometimes meditation does for me. Tobacco really just kind of
like a soft
like
re-entering.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. And then can you go into maybe not specifics, or just like how you utilize it in your life?
Definitely.
Because I'm like picturing, like, again, super lame and know nothing about it. Like, I'm picturing like a cigarette.
Well, it is does look like a cigarette.
Okay.
So you use tobacco leaves.
Okay.
And you don't use like marble or whatever you call them,
Or
like camels or whatever. I don't really know much about that stuff.
Virginia Slims.
Virginia Slims. Where are you, honey? Literally. What was I even saying? Oh yeah, so you use tobacco leaves. For me, I just used you can go on Etsy even.
Okay.
And you can type in people who grow their own tobacco.
Okay.
And I like to do that because it supports people who grow it instead of like buying Native American spirits, you know.
Oh, okay.
Which you can if you're in a pinch, you know, if you don't have accessibility to other people who like small businesses.
Got it.
Or you can also Google just ceremony grade tobacco, and a lot of like people make them already pre-rolled.
Yeah.
But if you're in a pinch, and this is something that I've just been doing recently, is just getting Native American spirit, like loose tobacco, rolling it myself, and it's a process. Like there's a prayer that goes into it. So for me, while I'm rolling my tobacco, I'm praying what I want to just have answers to, or just like what the intention is for me using it. It's all about intention.
Got it.
All about intention.
Okay.
So even when I'm cleansing myself, I still have that intention in my mind, and I'm thanking the plant, and I'm working with it.
Got it. That makes a lot of sense. And so then how often would you like do this for yourself?
Yeah, so initially I was doing it like right after my ceremony.
Sure.
I was doing it almost every day.
Okay.
Because it was that bad.
Yeah.
And then and I'm not trying to instill fear or anything. That's just like my experience, you know. And then I felt more grounded, and I just realized that this is something that can be used as needed.
Got it.
And so now I would say maybe once a month.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
That's so great. And I love this idea of intention too, and just like purpose, and like going in with like maybe not like a set rigid regiment, but it's just more so like going in like, I need to feel more grounded in my body. This is a tool that I utilize.
Yes.
And there's a prayer that goes into it, and it just makes it that much more, I don't know, powerful, potent. And yeah, I keep thinking like intentional's that word, but it's just like, it's more rooted, I guess.
It comes with integrity.
Integrity. Yeah,
integrity.
That's a great word. That's a great word. And then I also wanted to touch base on this idea of being like a student and honoring that idea in your journey, because you said like, you were like, I went into this to learn. And I feel like maybe that's kind of been the common theme through a lot of your practices. It's like, I'm just here to learn something.
Definitely.
So tell me more, if you can, like elaborate on how important it is to honor that student role in this journey.
Sure. I think number one, I like to take account into my age and not putting so much pressure on myself that I need to be in a certain place because I have these experiences. And just taking my time and knowing that when I'm ready to be a teacher, that step will be there for me. Yeah. But I just know personally, I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
There's still so much I have to learn about myself outside of my spirituality. Me, like, who am I? And that's really why I want to honor the fact that I'm still very much a student. And that's what feels right. I'm not a teacher right now.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that.
Totally. And I think there's a lot of openness to being a student. And like, that was something that you had touched on that I was really like obviously I already knew that I wanted you to speak on this podcast and be a part of this conversation because I admire you.
Thank you.
But when you were like, I think it's important to highlight someone who's just trying to figure it out rather than like an expert in the field, I was like all the lights in my head just like ding, 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 ding. Like it was just like, it's such a cool perspective because not everybody is going to show up as like an expert in these things. Yeah. We're all just navigating and we're not really experts anyway. Like, right. Who's to say?
Exactly.
You know? Like, I got a piece of paper? Okay.
Cool.
Like, yeah.
No, that's why I think there's always that balance of there's times where you're a student and then there's times where you're a teacher.
Yeah. You know? Absolutely. And there's a calling for that. And I think knowing like, oh, like I'm just not there yet. And like being okay with that.
Definitely.
But yeah, I think there is so much more room. I'm envisioning like a tree in a way, like roots and leaves. Like you get so much more being a student with roots and leaves. Whereas like as an expert, like that's it. Like you're fully formed, you know, or whatever. Exactly. But like there's just no room for growth or expansion or evolution maybe. And it's like, yeah, you like hit a ceiling almost in that like expert role, right? And with us being a student and like that humility, I guess that comes with it, and being like, I don't know everything and I'll never know everything, but I'm gonna learn and I'm gonna be open and I'm gonna give myself room to just like show up. And I think another part of that too, showing up like imperfectly, showing up in humanity, as you are is like so necessary.
Absolutely.
I think we all think we have to show up and be perfect. Right. And like
it's not reasonable. It's not a healthy expectation to have for yourself either. And I think it's important to talk about people who are still in the process, because it's sometimes it can be inspiring, but it could also kind of feel like, oh, why am I not there yet? Yeah. And it's nice to hear other people who are also actively struggling and trying to figure it out instead of being like, I figured it out and I'm great and here's how you can do it if you buy my subscription.
Exactly. Literally. It's like we're all just kind of like bouncing against the walls a little bit. And like just trying to make something stick and figure out what works. Right. And I love highlighting that in all of our conversations, not just this one, but in every conversation of being like, I don't know. But these conversations make it a little easier to not know. Absolutely. And there are other people who don't know, and we're all just trying to like make it work for us. Right. And, you know, again, tying into community, and there's something that you are teaching me that I didn't know about, and I get to teach you about something that you didn't know about. And like, I love that reciprocity of this like conversation and our friendship, because we're just constantly evolving, and like it's like everybody's getting better and everybody's learning and we're all expanding together. Right. Yeah. I mean, we all really don't know. No. You never really know. We don't really ever know. No. We could do that 5 times over. Right, we don't really ever know. We don't really ever know. No, we have things that can help us understand certain stuff. Yeah. But we all don't really know. And that's okay. I think we're students. Yes, forever. We're all students in some way. Yeah, forever. forever. And I mean, I like that. I like that I'll never settle with what I know being enough, so that I just continue to grow and
absolutely
get pointier and bigger, or I don't know, whatever it is, but you know what I mean, just you know, more
yeah.
more. That's so beautiful. So with all of the work that you do, how do you unwind?
That's something I'm still trying to figure out.
Okay.
I feel right now meditation, and this is controversial, just doesn't really work for me.
Okay.
And so I had to figure out different ways to quote unquote meditate.
Yeah.
For me, it could be I'm learning how to play the guitar. Yeah. That's how I unwind.
Yeah.
Because it's like, no, I'm not hearing anybody chit-chatting in my ear. I'm not like facilitating. I'm not asked to be a certain way. It's just me being me, playing music and exploring my musicality, you know? Singing is also a good way for me. I love going on runs. Running is a good thing that helps me unwind. It connects me back to my body. Yeah. But other than that, I'm still trying to figure out what's my glue. Yeah. You know? Because I just really am not resonating with like sitting down and meditating. Yeah. That's just not me. I'm too like everywhere. I'm bouncing off the walls constantly. I need to be doing something to help my mind just focus. Yeah. Yeah.
That makes sense. I've seen you starting to like dabble in like sharing your musical abilities with us, and I literally am like, post it on the gram, do it on the stagnant post. Oh my god! We were just texting about this the other day, and I was like, I'm just saying, post it.
I will get there.
I know you will. I know you will. That's another thing I love about our relationship, is that we both like push each other to just be a little more ballsy, just a little more bold, just a little more, and I love it. I do too. Maybe not in the moment, but then
maybe not in the moment. But
you're like.
I appreciate it though, because I mean, you could be like, then just be in the closet, then that's fine. Yeah,
that makes me physically uncomfortable. I think that I would imaginarily say that to you. That makes me sick.
And that's why you're in my life.
I do what I can. Yeah. I feel like there's so much to unpack in this conversation, and like teasing out all these ideas of just becoming and learning and being open. And there's also this idea of trial and error. Oh yeah. Which I really love, because it gives us the opportunity to just try something and maybe fuck up a little bit. Right. And be like, that didn't work. Back to the drawing board. Yeah. And like, but like having community of being like, that's all right. Oh, it is. Like, dust yourself off and try again.
Exactly.
You know?
And it goes back to that saying, we don't really know what we're doing. Right. Why not try it all? Yeah. That's how I live. I'm like, okay, let me just try this. And if it doesn't work, then I don't need to do it again. You know? And I think people have that idea of like, oh, if I don't do it, then I'm a failure. Yeah. And then I'm like a flake, or, you know, I can't commit to something. And it's like, you're not asked to commit to anything. Right. If you like it and you're passionate about it, do it. And
keep going.
If you don't like it and it doesn't resonate with you, don't put yourself through that to make other people feel better, or like because you want to be perceived in a certain way. Right. You know?
Right. Or this idea of like, I tried it once, I was fucking horrible at it. I'm not an expert at it. I can't do it ever again.
Yeah, exactly.
I think there is like maybe shame that comes with that ideal, and like people are not comfortable with that. So maybe getting a little more cozy with the shame of, or just not even the shame is not even the right word, or just like comfortable with being uncomfortable for a minute. Oh yeah. Just being pushed out of your comfort zone and being like, ooh, I'm a novice. Yep. I'm green. Yep. And I don't like that feeling. It's hurting my self-esteem. You know, it brushes up against my ego or whatever it is. But like making peace with that feeling gives you so much more like resiliency in the end. There's so much more like you get out of that, like, ooh, that did not work.
Right. And it also leads you to how well you know yourself.
Yeah. And how deep you can go.
Exactly.
Oof. That just gives that like makes me want to like throw up, but like in a loving way. Like
I support it. Let it out.
Yeah. It just it's like I don't know how to explain that feeling like sits in my body, but it feels like a need to like
it like wants to jump out of
to
you,
like wrench. Yes. Yeah. It's weird, but I love it. Yeah. Agreed. That makes my heart so full And I love having conversations like this that can highlight this kind of energy and just like, hey, we don't really fucking know.
Yeah.
And that's okay. And we're all just navigating and figuring it out and trying to have a fucking good time.
Yep. That's all we can do.
Yeah.
We only got one life.
Ain't that a word?
I mean, think about it. You're only going to be Lexi just this one time.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, after this life is over, that's it.
Yeah. That's great.
So it's, what story do you want to create for Lexi?
Oof. Yeah. Maddie in the back.
You know?
Trying not to make a sound.
We love it. It's okay.
We need it.
We're keeping it in
the
there.
audience.
Yeah, this stays.
And so what does the audience think about that?
Yeah. That's what the audience thinks.
But that's the wisdom that I was able to receive in my ceremony. It's like, I'm never going to be me after this life.
Yeah. You won't remember.
No.
No.
Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't really know what comes after, to be honest. But
Yeah.
I just know that I'm here on Earth as
Yeah.
Ariana, and there will never be another Ariana.
Yeah.
And so I have to make a story for her.
Ugh. God, the wisdom. Right to the heart. That speaks to me in a very real way. I recently, I was just telling Maddie about this the other day, but I had I was in like a liminal space, like sleep awake liminal space, and my guides gave me the option to die. They said, do you want to die? And human Lexi, I'll be very candid with you, is like, hell to the yeah.
No, I
Knock
understand
me
that.
off. Yeah, like,
That's real.
I'm good. Like, I've seen enough.
Yeah.
I've done enough. No more. And my soul intervened and said, yes, we do want to keep living. Thank you so much. And it was that close. And I woke up pissed. I woke up, I was like, damn, like, I thought we were on the same fucking side. Like, the betrayal.
Yeah.
But it was such a pivotal moment for me that I've been, like, piecing through, because it's been maybe about a week since I've had this, like, dream or so. Liminal space dream, whatever.
Right.
But it was so, like, I was awake. I was cognizant.
Right.
I was cognizant.
I understand
in this
what
conversation.
space you're in.
Yeah, this conversation of being like, okay, well, you've made a lot of gripes. Would you like to go? And I was like, before I could, hell yeah. They were like, no. My spirit was like, absolutely not. We still have so much work to do.
It's almost kind of like, cut. Yep. Do you really want to see that? If you're watching a movie about you, would you want to see the director cut and be like,
end it right there?
And end it right there? No. There's so much life to be lived, and there's so much that you don't even know.
No, you don't.
To have just said yes to that.
Right. It's,
you know?
There's a part of me in my humanity that it's like, damn.
Yeah.
Because I'm exhausted.
I get it.
You do.
I
You
do
do
get it.
You
Oh,
do get
I've
it.
been there.
Yeah, you are.
And I still go to those spaces.
Same, babe. Same. You're not alone in that at all. Not alone in that at all. But I wanted to give you this platform to obviously speak your truth and not be like, and me too, you know?
Right.
But also, I do get it. I do understand. And there have been recent times where I felt that way and been like, yeah, I think I'm cool. I'm cool on this. Like, I'm good. I'm good.
Right.
But to know that there is still so much more. And again, like, I'm piecing through this right now in real time with you.
Right.
You know?
Oh, absolutely.
So it's not like I'm like, and yeah, like, and we're back on the road.
Yeah, and
like,
everything's great.
Right, and I'm doing it. I'm just like, damn, like, all right, there's clearly something else that I need to be working through. And I think you've given me a lot of peace about that. It's just in this conversation without even knowing.
Right.
And
Thank
so
you.
I appreciate that.
Thank you for that. I appreciate you saying that to me.
Yeah.
I think what's helped me navigate through those feelings is you're the genesis of the new, like, it's just the new beginning. This is the genesis for you and your family line. And that's how I think about it. It's like, okay, nobody in my family line wanted to end what was happening. Right. And now we're at the genesis of a new life for me and whoever comes after.
Yeah.
And so one day, somebody will look up to you and thank you for all the work that you've done. Yeah. Because it's not only creating a new life for you, but it's creating new life for whatever's to come after, whoever's to come after. Because I know for sure you wouldn't want people to struggle like you did. Your daughters, your sons, or whoever comes into this life after. Your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, and it just keeps going on. It's like, what story do I want to have for my family line? And it's not what I came from.
Yeah.
And so I think even acknowledging that you're taking on so much work on top of being a human, it's okay to feel that sometimes, you know. But that's when you have to set a boundary of like, okay, I need help.
Yeah.
I need to reach out.
Yeah.
I need community.
Yeah.
You know, because I feel the same way. There's times where I'm like, well, if life's gonna be like this, why the hell am I here? You know, like I would much rather just call it quits.
Yep.
It's not fair.
Yep.
Why did I have to take on this responsibility? And that's when I have to take a step back and be like, okay, responsibility was given to me for a reason. There's so many people rooting for me on the other side from thousands of years ago. Was there somebody like me somewhere along the line who tried to do the work that I'm doing and they couldn't do it? I'm gonna do it for them and for me.
Yeah, that watered me in a way that I will be processing outside of this episode. Because oh my god, like, woo! I'm gonna take a beat. That needed to be said. For everyone.
Absolutely.
For all of us. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I want to shift gears.
Okay.
Just a touch. Just a pivot.
Oh.
What is your favorite healing tool?
Ooh. Music. Prayer through music. I think for me, that's what's helped me.
Yeah.
And that's what continues to help me. Even if I'm not playing it myself, it's just music. It's so beautiful to welcome into your home.
Yeah.
And I think it should be welcomed more often.
I also want to touch on your art.
Yes.
Because you are an artist.
Oh, yes. My painting.
Your beautiful paintings.
Thank you.
Highlighting that healing of the family line, the mother wound in your sisters.
Yes.
I was lucky enough to attend your first art showing.
And thank you for
in
coming.
LA. Oh my gosh, I'm your fan girl. I'm a fan girl.
It meant a lot that you were there.
Oh, I wouldn't have missed it for the world. And it was so beautiful to see your family and get to meet everybody in your community and to see your work. Is that meditative to you? Is that healing work to you? Is that, I mean, obviously yes, but I'm curious about your thoughts on it.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it is meditative at times, but for me, my art is a way of documenting a story. So there's a sense of responsibility that comes with it.
Yeah.
I think about, okay, if I'm going to paint people, I want to represent them in the best way possible. And so there is a sense of pressure that comes with that because I want to make sure that I'm representing my sisters or whoever I'm painting the way that I see them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So to say it's 100% meditative, I don't really know where I stand with that yet.
Yeah.
But I think it's a way for me. It's more of a way. Excuse me. It's more of a self-expression thing.
Yeah. Okay.
There's times where I struggle to explain myself and what it is that I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So creating imagery through symbolism and colors really helps me. It really helps me do that.
Yeah. You have a gift.
Thank you.
I mean, on top of all your other gifts, you are a very, very beautifully gifted artist.
Thank you.
And
I appreciate
I want to give you an opportunity to, if there's like a shameless plug or something that you just kind of want to highlight or share with the listeners.
Yeah, like a shameless plug as in
any services that you're offering or where they can find this beautiful painting.
Oh, yeah.
Or just where they can find you on Instagram.
Sure, yeah.
Just a little something to send us off.
Yeah. Definitely follow me on my Instagram. It's Ari Melendez, ARIMELENDEZZZ, because I'm always tired.
ZZZ, she's a sleepy girl.
Because I'm a sleepy girl.
She's a sleepy girl. That will be in our show notes.
Yeah,
so
I would
appreciate.
Yeah, I would appreciate the support through there. That's where I'm mostly active. Other than that, I'm a ghost in every other section.
Just a ghost in the ether, and that is okay. And like a gust of wind, she is off again.
Yes.
Thank you, Ari.
Thank you for having me. It's been such a pleasure.
You've enlightened me beyond. This conversation I knew was going to be like delicious, but I am satiated, you know? And I really appreciate your way and your words and the way you've navigated thus far. And I'm so honored that our paths have crossed. I am so like eager to see what becomes of this and you and where you go and like the journeys that you continue to take us all on because you are just a force.
Thank you. I don't know how to receive that.
It's okay.
But I just, it's not that I don't want to receive it. I do. It's just like, oh my God, that's a lot. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Like deeply. It's a lot. Thank you.
Thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode of Take What You Need, the podcast. Woo! I needed a break. I needed a break to sit with all of that goodness that was seeping out of this episode with Ari. I hope that you're able to take away some golden nuggets. I definitely have. And please share it with us. What resonated with you? What you came to and realized what was happening in this space, and giving yourself an opportunity to just digest with us. We are so, so grateful for Ari gracing us with her wisdom in this episode, and we hope that you are able to just take a little bit of loving wisdom and be a student in your life and just allow yourself to grow. Take What You Need, the podcast was created by Lexi Bordeaux and Madeline Doss. Original music and production by Madeline Doss. This is a Bad Cat Audio podcast.